Does that seem a little dark to you? Royden, can you wake up the PowerPoint link? Oh no, can you do the PowerPoint lights, please? Thank you. The ones with arrows. Oh. Okay, better. All right, so we're talking about supply today. You've already read a little bit about supply, but it'll be a chance for us to go back over here. Supply is different quantities that individuals or firms, usually you think of something, the entity that supplies things as a firm, right? You go to 7-Eleven and buy some Coca-Cola, right? That's supplied by Coca-Cola company. But individuals can supply things as well. So it's just the different quantities of goods that anyone or any entity is willing and able to sell. Willing and able to sell or produce at different prices, right? We use the words sell and produce when we're talking about suppliers pretty much interchangeably because, well, we're assuming that if you're going to produce something, you're going to want to sell it. You know, Coca-Cola company doesn't want to produce 500 million gallons of Coca-Cola so they can drink it all themselves. So the law of supply refers to what the supply curve looks like. There's a direct or positive relationship between price and quantity supplied. Anyone here have a job? Who has a job? Jason, what's your job?
Me?
Yeah.
I work at McDonald's.
You're at McDonald's. All right. So you get paid some hourly wage, either probably minimum or a little bit more, right? Jason, if you were offered $20 an hour to work at McDonald's, would you be willing to work more hours?
Of course.
Would you be able to work more hours?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the price that Jason is getting for his labor went up, he would supply more labor. I use the example here. We haven't started talking about what that's called. It's a factor market or resource market that Jason's engaging in selling his labor. We haven't talked as specifically about those yet, but most of you, when you are kind of thinking about supply, if you're making it personal, it's in that supply market. Oh, I did some babysitting for some money, or I washed a car, or worked at McDonald's, or whatever it is, right? So Jason, if he got $30 an hour for working at McDonald's, would be willing and able to give more time. So as the price goes up, or as what he gets for his labor goes up, he is willing and able to supply more, so the quantity will shift out. So individually, Jason would give up more of his free time to work at McDonald's. Who doesn't work at McDonald's? Raise your hand if you don't work at McDonald's. Desiree, would you want a job at McDonald's if they were offering $30 an hour? Yeah. Who would want a job at McDonald's if they're offering $30 an hour? Raise your hand. Well, not everybody, but many of you. Okay, great. Now, not only would Jason be willing to give up more of his time since he already works there, but McDonald's would be flooded with job applications. So if they were to raise the wage, which in this case we can think of as the price of the labor, higher, if that were to go up, then there would be more quantity of hours supplied to McDonald's to be worked by their existing employees and by other new prospective employees. Nod your head if that makes sense. Person on the right, explain that positive or direct relationship between price and quantity to the person on the left. Go. Person on the left, summarize in 10 words or less what the person on the right just said. Go. If you're watching this online, you should pause the video and summarize yourself. Questions? Questions? All right. keep marinating on it. If you're not quite there yet, that's okay. Let's use it a little bit. Let's use this example of mowing lawns. Now, we used Jason as an example of working at McDonald's earlier, and that's fine. But we can say the same thing about mowing lawns. So let's say you own a lawnmower and you're willing to mow lawns. How many lawns would you mow at these prices, right? So let's say you're only given $1 per lawn mowed, or $5 per lawn mowed, or $20 per lawn mowed, right? How many of you would mow any lawns for $1? Nobody just enjoys lawn mowing? We'll say that the number of lawns available for you to mow are extremely large, more than you could do all yourself. So you would do it for $1, okay? So not very many of us, right? So $5, $20, $50. Who's going to mow lawns for $50? This is the exact same example as the McDonald's example, right? You would be willing to supply your lawn mowing services. You would be able to and willing to produce lawn mowing services for $50 a lawn. Heck, even if you didn't have a lawnmower, maybe you could like go on Craigslist and get one for less than $50 and turn a profit on your first lawn. $100, $1,000. Of course, we're going to see what general trend with quantity supplied. What do you suppose the general trend is for quantity supplied? If you're going to put a high number and a low number in quantity supplied, where's the high number going to be? Where's the low number going to be? Person on the right, tell the person on the left where the high number is. Where's the high number going to be? Where's the lower number going to be? Grant, which is the high number going to be at the top or the bottom here? The bottom, right? Who agrees with Grant?
Yeah.
Is anyone not sure how Grant got that answer? If you have a question, raise your hand or ask your partner. So if we were to plot those points, just the same way that we plotted the points on the demand schedule, we would get an upward sloping line. Upward from left to right. So a positive slope or direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. So let's just take some numbers. Let's imagine that now we're in the market for cereal and we want to graph the supply of cereal. If you take and graph these numbers, you will get a supply curve that looks like this. I do want you to put this in your notes because we're going to take this same one and we're going to play with it a little bit in just a moment by shifting it around. So make sure that's in your notes. Do you guys know that there's really only 3 companies that make cereal? Even though the cereal aisle is full of so many different mind-boggling, mind-numbing choices. Cereal aisle is like my bane of the grocery store. Might be the reason why I never do the grocery shopping. I will sit in the cereal aisle for 10 minutes, and I don't even eat cereal. Which one do I want? Do I want any of them? That all looks so good.
Get the one with the color.
I should get the one that tastes good. No, I should get the one that's good for me.
Yeah.
The cereal still go with toys?
They come with that music downloads now.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's...
Oh, yeah.
All right, now that you've gotten a chance to write that down, let's ask this question. So what if new companies started making cereal? So we have this. I just went back to the numbers that we just had. Now, what's going to change about this if new companies start making cereal? Tell your partner. Either one of you who thinks you know or have a guess, tell your partner, what do you think is going to happen if new companies start making cereal? Will that graph change? If so, how? If not, why not? Clearly. So that's as far as we got today. Just so you know, if new companies come in, we're going to see those numbers increase because new companies are making more cereal, and we're going to see a move to the right by our supply curve. An increase in supply. Prices didn't change, but there's more cereal produced. Same thing for that question. I see a movement to the left of the supply curve. We'll pick this up tomorrow. For those of you watching online, I'll continue through to the determinants of supply. There's 6 things that shift or determine what supply is: the prices and availability of inputs, the number of sellers, technology, government action, like a subsidy or a tax, cost of alternate production, and expectations of future profits. We'll go through this in a future lecture. We'll go through examples of each one of them.